You sum up your emotions in that late show.
To be honest, I was actually frustrated. I was frustrated at that wee final in the attacking half. I don't think the game was particularly great. I thought there was lacked quality in general. Some of our build-up was decent, but then when that calmness to find the right pass, we didn't pick the right pass. It was a mental first 15-20 minutes with 2 penalties, 2 saves. But then when you've got somebody like Shanks, it's never over. I think us having a good defensive structure and not giving up goals always gives us a chance. And then when Shanks is there, you know if he's got a chance, he's more likely going to put it away, which he did.
There's nothing better than a derby win to win more fans over. Is it pleasing for you when you consider, a month ago some of them were calling for your head?
That's the game. It'll be happen again. If we don't win our next 2, then there'll be more pressure comes. But as I consistently say, I'm comfortable with it. I know it's the way it is now. I think there is progress. You can look at clean sheets, away wins, the way we're playing. There's loads of change, loads of improvements, but there's so much more to go. But the biggest thing for me tonight is that we found a way. That's a great trait to have as a team. We didn't play our best, we defended well, but we found a way to win, and that's credit to the boys. So yeah, really pleasing night.
Pleased to you for Xander to have a night like that, because obviously a lot of pressure on him with Craig coming back the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think there's been pressure put on externally. I've been consistent again with what I've said. He's a top goalie, he's had a brilliant year. The pressure, the circumstances he's dealing with, that there's a legend of the club who's an unbelievable goalie, back fit. That's competition for places, but it isn't easy to deal with, especially as a goalie when there's one position. But Xander's dealt with it perfectly. I said it for weeks. He's a top goalie. He's took his chance a year ago and he's come in, made his Scotland debut, and then he's had a massive input the night for us to win.
So the first 20 minutes were mental. I mean, that was crazy enough as it is, but what were the feelings when the 2 penalties you missed?
Well, you miss it. To be honest, when we missed, I was comfortable because it was that early on, and the setup and what I thought we could do in the game was still there. They get the penalty, you're a bit anxious that they're going to score it, and it changes the dynamic of the game. But listen, Hibs came out and they changed the way they have been playing recently by pinning our back 5. We couldn't get to grips, or we didn't put enough pressure on the wide areas. That's why we changed it at half time. I think in the past we've been criticised about players playing in certain positions. That an example being Alex Cochrane. We played him in Europe centre mid and get slaughtered for it. I think tonight he showed why we trust him in there. He was really good. But overall, delighted because we found a way.
Stephen, you keep going back to this subject, but when you have a match winner like that, does he get to the point where it's almost impossible to sell for what he brings to the team?
Every team in Scotland will sell their players if they get offered a fortune. That's fact. What we've got is we've got a player who's loved here. He enjoys it, as you can see, because he's scoring and playing really well. He's got 18 months in his contract. While he's at the club, we need to enjoy him. We as a club have a comfortable stance of where we're at, not just with Shanks, but with any player. And that's the evolution of football. We'll sit down with Shanks at the right time and see if we can keep him at the club for longer. If that's not the case, he might be here for 6 months, he might be here for 18 months. Enjoy him while he's here. Enjoy him week to week as he produces that. But hopefully, as a whole, we can enjoy a club moving forward and being successful.
You mentioned Craig being a club legend there, but if Lawrence keeps doing things like that, he's going to be the same, isn't he?
I don't think he's far off it. I think his goal record, his goal return, is there many better than him and John Robertson? I'm not so sure, so he's in that bracket for me.
Is he playing the best football of his career as far as you're concerned?
I think there's still more. I think his goals return's unbelievable, but that's his easiest part because he's done his whole career. His hold-up play now, his understanding of the game's miles from where it was when he was at Ayr United, even when he's went to Dundee United. He understands the game. He's now a leader. He's been the captain. He's an all-round centre forward who I would argue is the best finisher in Scotland.
Does that change the career, the club legends, if you like? Is that very heavy in the mind of the modern player? Is it other factors?
It'll play a part, but so does money, so does enjoying football, so does getting to as high a level as you can. All these factors play a part. But I think what is probably driving Shanks a big part at the moment is making that Euro squad as well, which he's got within the next 6 months.
I know it's early, but Barry Mackay, do you know anything
his injury?
I just think it was a knock. I don't think there's much in it. I think it's he got caught blindsided and he took a kick, but I don't think there's too much in it. I think what I would say is the squad have had a tough time in the last with the schedule, the amount of games. We've then come up against Hibs who have had more rest. It's probably going to be the same again, Ross County, but we need to find a way.
Back for the weekend. Boys.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there'll be many changes.
Stephen, with Shaq's in the Euro squad, do you think that, do you hope that might make him less inclined to disrupt his season by moving?
If Real Madrid came in, no. Do you know what I mean? But it'll play a part. I think style of play, finance, the run that you're on and how comfortable you are at a club, all these things play a part with football, right? It's not a case of just, oh, I'm moving because everybody's saying I'm moving. It'll be a thing that, whether it happens or it doesn't, it's just the evolution of a football club.
How does a manager like yourself even start to write up a list though? Because you've obviously got to start thinking ahead if he did jump, if there was an offer coming in.
That's part and parcel. That's something that probably I would say goes on, or I want to get to the point that it's independent from the club. It just runs so that when a player leaves or goes out of contract or for a bad injury, you've got a list there that you can comfortably go at. We had it with Josh Ginnelly in the summer. He was a big part of the last part of the season for me. He moved on. We had to then make different signings, but also when players go out of the team, it creates opportunity for somebody else. I said earlier tonight, I was at Kilmarnock, Chris Boyd scored all our goals, he went to Rangers in the January and everybody's saying what's going to happen now. Fortunately, me and Colin Nish stepped up and scored goals. It happens at every club, no matter who, what position, it offers an opportunity arises.
I think the likes of Vargas, Oda and Tagawa can all step up if they need to in the future.
I'm comfortable with our squad. I think we've got a good squad. We've got young players. The ones you've mentioned there are still young, and they have good moments. They have moments that can be better, but I think over time they've got real quality in the squad. So again, I'm comfortable with it all.